am proud of what I've accomplished at work. I am finally coming home after being gone for 30 days.
We're here from the Trubbus Police Department.
I also work for Trubbus Police Department.
Trouble Busters!
I'm finally home after being away for 30 days. My name is Helen, and I am proud of what I've accomplished at work. There's been a lot going on at work, and I am finally coming home after being gone for 30 days. My first meal after I return will be barbecue with some frozen meat. Wait, where are they? Did I eat it before I was gone? Is that men's clothes? Why are they here? Did I just hear some footsteps? I must be tired after work. I should perhaps go to bed. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh, well, I guess it's just a visitor ringing my doorbell. I'm coming. Oh,
We're here from the Trubbus Police Department.
We got a call from the resident at his house.
Trubbus Police Department?
Officer, I've been waiting.
Who is that guy?
You must be George, the one who called us?
Yes, a strange woman suddenly entered my house, so I called.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. This is my house.
Oh my goodness.
George?
I'm scared.
No way, I'm the one who's scared to have a strange man in my house.
Officer, she doesn't seem to be capable of talking. I need you to take her away right now.
Hey, you guys can't take his word as is. This is my house.
Stop lying. Let me show you this then.
Huh?
As you can see, this house is registered under my name. Are you still trying to claim that this is your house?
Let me show you mine then. Wait, hold on. Where do I usually keep it? Do I even have it?
Oh, it doesn't seem like you have one. Of course not. This isn't even your house.
But then all my belongings are in this house. I can perhaps show you.
You can't do that. I want you to leave now, but you keep staying here. I don't want you to keep wandering inside my house as if you're an RPG character.
But I need to prove that this house belongs to me.
Well, you could perhaps show the officers whatever you brought after illegally entering my house to claim that they were here.
There's no point in talking further. We can perhaps go?
Go where?
Of course, we're going to Trubbus Police Station.
Huh?
Way to go, officer!
But why do I have to be taken away? Not only am I about to be kicked out of my own house, but I'm also about to get arrested. Is this really happening? Police station. Oh, I know what to do. He can't be laughing at me after taking my house away from me like this. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! Did you guys say that you were from Trubbus Police Department?
Yes?
I also work for Trubbus Police Department.
What? Police?
Here's my badge.
You're Ms. Helen? Are you the one who recently transferred to our station?
The super cop, who's also known as the Phantom Wolf, who was successful after a 30-day stakeout investigation?
What the heck? This is bad.
You may have not known who I am since I haven't had the opportunity to work with you yet, but I'm that Platinum Wolf. I panicked for a bit, and that's why I forgot to tell you.
I see. You're such a schemer. You're trying to kick me out by introducing yourself as a police officer. I know that badge is fake.
That's hard to believe. This badge is real, we can tell. That's why I can't trust it.
I just confirmed with our base, but it seems like it's real.
What? That was so quick. How did he do that in just a matter of seconds?
All right, then.
I also confirmed her physical address, but this is her address as well. That was so quick, too.
So now...
She could have faked all of that. I even showed you my certificate of title. She can't illegally enter my house just because she's a cop. What is it?
I started to feel like myself when I held my badge. You said your name was George, right? You've been showing the certificate of title all this time, but do you even realize what kind of a house this is?
What kind of a house?
Don't tell me that you've been claiming that this house belongs to you when you had no idea.
Oh, shut up.
Answer my question then.
Well,
This house is being rented.
Oh, that's right. It's rented. I forgot about that.
Since this house is rented, there's an owner to this house. Do you understand what that means? Since I have a leasing contract with the landlord for this house, all we need to do is confirm with the landlord on who's the current contractor.
Well,
What do you say? Do you have anything to argue?
well, I was just... George, you're the one who's illegally entered this property, correct? Yikes!
Now let's go ahead and take some reports from you.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
What is it?
The landlord gave me this house.
Gave you this house?
Yup, the landlord gave me this paperwork, and that's why I decided to live here. I'm not in the wrong here.
In that case, you would have the lease contract with you, right?
They never gave me that. I'm sure it must have been a mistake.
In that case, I'll confirm with the landlord. Are you okay with that?
There's no point. I'm sure the landlord is going to try and take off the blame by saying that they never said such a thing. At that point, it's just a he said, she said conversation.
I understand. We can perhaps have it issued by a public authority.
Huh?
I am talking about the certificate of title.
The certificate of title can be reissued if we make a request at the legal affairs office. Huh?
It's going to take about a couple of days up to a week to get it reissued, but this will make things black and white.
There's also something that made me feel strange about this document, but may I ask why it says that the owner of this house is registered under your name, George?
Oh, you're right.
That's because I live here.
You don't get it, do you? The owner of a leased house is going to be the landlord. This means that we should see the landlord's name on that document you showed us.
What?
I didn't notice that earlier, but this document is quite sloppy in how it was faked.
Stop calling it sloppy!
So, are you saying it was nicely faked?
I'm telling you that it wasn't faked! At this point, you would get it, right? George, you need to admit to what you've done! Oh, that's right. Please, pardon me.
You can't just pardon yourself after living in someone else's house.
Well, this house looked very familiar, and that was why.
What do you mean by that? Don't even think that you're going to get away with that lie.
Well, it seems like I have misunderstood things after all.
What?
This house looked extremely similar to my house, but now that you're telling mention, I guess things are a little different from my house. I understand now that you guys have spoken to me.
That is such a lousy excuse.
It's the truth. Anyways, bye now.
You're not going anywhere.
What do you want from me? What makes you think you could just walk out of this scene? What you've done here is just like choosing to run when you're about to encounter a boss in a video game. Stop mixing up video games and reality.
That's exactly what you did earlier.
Oh, you guys are just persistent.
You're the one who persistently stayed in my house, so right back at you.
What's your problem? Isn't this all resolved? This house is yours. Isn't that all that matters?
That's not the point. You entered my house illegally. Did you really think you'd be able to walk out of this scene as if nothing happened?
But I already told you that it was an accident.
What you're saying now completely contradicts what you've been saying earlier.
That's not true. Everyone makes a mistake, and that goes for you too, right?
But what kind of person accidentally lives in someone else's house?
I've been on a long business trip, and I ended up forgetting where I lived.
In that case, let me rephrase my question.
Okay.
How did you enter the house? You didn't have a key with you, so you couldn't have entered this house.
When I tried to enter the house with my key, the door happened to be open.
Are you trying to tell me that I forgot to lock my door?
I guess that sounds about right.
You probably picked on my door, but I've never dealt with someone who gives so many excuses.
In that case, I could have entered this house without a problem.
Why did you decide to forge the certificate of title when it was a simple mistake? Do you have anything to say about this?
You don't get it, do you? This document is real. I just ended up walking into the wrong house.
In that case, what was all that about the landlord? If you're the owner of the house, why did you tell me that they gave you that document?
The The landlord must have mistaken me with the real estate agent.
In that case, do you have anything to say about the fact that the address indicated on the document matches this address?
It's common to see the same address, right?
I guess I heard about that before, but
Right? It could have been a mistake on the issuer's end, too.
legal affairs would never make a mistake like that.
No one is perfect in this world, and that's why we all support each other.
Why is he trying to make himself sound like he just said a great thing? That's fine then. Let's just pretend that what you're saying is valid.
Whew! This is great!
This is going to be my one last question. If you're able to give me the right answer, I'll just look the other way about this.
Really?
Yes, I'm not lying.
Whew! I guess I finally won't have to deal with these cops anymore. Just ask me the damn question. I'll have the right answer to any question.
Where exactly is your house?
Huh?
You said that this wasn't your house, which means that you have a house, right?
Of course I do.
You said that we have the same address. This means that your house must be in this area, right?
Yeah, it's just a few minutes away.
Where precisely is it?
Why do I have to tell you that? You're invading my privacy. You talk about privacy, but you've entered someone else's house regardless of what the reason was. You're insisting that you didn't do it on purpose, and that's why we're asking you questions to see if you're making a valid statement or not.
I told you that I won't be questioning you further if you're able to answer this question, right? What's the matter? Is this a question you can't answer?
I'm going home. I'm going home to a nice and warm home.
Stop trying to go home.
No, I was just trying to take a walk.
Stop lying to us, too. I know you were trying to go home.
You were even singing that you were going home. That was just my favorite song.
You better cut this out. I don't have all the time in the world to deal with this nonsense. Do you even know who you're talking to right now? I'm not going to take any of your lousy excuses.
Okay. You just want me to admit it, right? Fine, I'll admit it.
You're finally admitting it.
So, what else do you want? It's not like I caused you any huge inconvenience or anything.
Your presence in my house is already a huge inconvenience.
It's not like I harmed you, right?
Harm?
Am I right?
He had the guts to enter my house illegally. I guess this isn't going to be easy on me. Are you trying to say that this would have been okay because you never caused any harm to me?
I might as well tell you everything. I failed my business and I was looking for a house to live in, and that's when I found this house. No one seemed to be living here, so I thought I could stay here for a bit.
But you can't just live here because of that.
I was just gonna borrow the house for a little bit. You know how mosquitoes enter your house without you realizing? It's the same thing.
You're not making any sense, and you're more harmful than a mosquito. What you're saying is equivalent to thinking that you deserve to take the cash when you find some on the street.
Stop changing the subject.
You're the one who keeps changing the subject. Why did you even call the police in the first place?
That's because I thought we were lost sheep. You and I are just alike.
I'm not like you at all.
But what I'm saying makes sense, right?
What makes you think that you're making any sense at all?
So you haven't answered my question yet.
You've caused me enough harm at this point.
What?
You said you were borrowing this house for just a bit, but I could tell that you've been staying in this house for at least a few days.
That's right.
How have you been handling your living expenses until now? You entered someone's house illegally. I'm sure you have financial issues too. When that happens, how did you feed yourself? I noticed that some meat was missing from my freezer when I got home. If you're the culprit, it makes you a thief.
I don't know, maybe you remembered incorrectly.
Then tell me how you were feeding yourself.
I was getting money.
From whom?
From my parents, of course. You said your parents were sending you money, but why didn't you go to your parents' house if you were looking for a place to live? Well, I had my own reasons. Either way, I haven't stolen any of your belongings or eaten any of your food.
But it's not just that.
What is it?
You smell good, don't you?
Thanks.
All right, since you're such a smart man, you probably know what I'm trying to say. Let's assume that you've been buying your own food, but how were you bathing or doing laundry?
I've been going to a public bath, and I've been doing laundry at a nearby creek.
The creeks in this area are quite dirty, and there aren't any public baths in this area either.
The nearest public bath in this area would be at least an hour walk from here. Are you telling us that you were going on a walk for an hour every time you needed to bathe? That's right. I figured I could use some exercise. It sounds like you guys just want to accuse me of stealing, but you have no proof, and this conversation isn't going anywhere. Officer, don't you want to get back to work? And miss, don't you want to take some rest already? Why don't we call it a day?
Not yet. George, do you know how to make yourself less guilty after you've committed a crime?
Huh?
You can still make yourself less guilty by having remorse to what you've done and apologizing sincerely. George, I've been giving you so many chances leading up to this point.
What chances are you talking about? You can't even prove a thing.
Huh?
I know you're about to talk about the surveillance camera, but I already got rid of them.
Understood. This will conclude all my questions. Since you're asking me to prove it, let's get to the bottom of this.
What?
Hello, Mr. Raccoon?
A raccoon?
This figurine has a camera installed. There was one in this room too, but thieves nowadays know to destroy cameras. That's why I placed a dummy camera in the room, and this one is the one that's been recording.
Oh my goodness!
I'm pressing play now. Oh, that steak is being cooked to perfection. Oh, there's more. Oh, you're using my 100% purified water to its fullest extent. And let's take a look at more. I wonder why you're getting rid of my stuff.
Oh my goodness! I see. You were trying to destroy the evidence.
George, you're guilty of stealing something that didn't belong to you. You're also guilty of property damage by disposing of someone else's belongings.
Am I gonna be a criminal? Oh my goodness! You've also committed an illegal entrance to another person's house. You also made a false statement to us in an attempt to deceive us that Ms. Helen was the culprit. You've also threatened her, too. Wait, do I become guilty of those, too?
Of course you do.
But you said there's no harm.
Yes, there has been a lot of harm, and that's why you're guilty. These officers have explained them carefully to you just now.
But you should have told me earlier.
This was exactly why I asked you those detailed questions, but you never seemed to be remorseful at all. Am I wrong? Will the two of you kindly take him away from me?
Yes, ma'am. Wait, am I getting arrested?
Not only that, I'm going to make sure I file a lawsuit against you for the property damages you caused.
I can't possibly afford to have a criminal record and a debt at the same time.
What goes around comes around.
I'm sorry. This was my bad. I'll apologize, so I need you to help me.
That's not going to happen at this point. You keep trying to give excuses, and I know you're going to make the same mistake again. I'm going to make sure you learn your lesson just so we don't end up having another victim of your crime.
Oh my goodness!
Because of the illegal entrance, we discovered multiple other crimes that George committed in my house. He was taken under arrest. What he had done this time was quite malicious, so he would have no choice but to face his heavy consequences. If only he had admitted what he had done, he would have been able to atone for some of his sins. He should have known that it's not easy to deceive the authorities. By the way, we discovered that he entered the house by picking on the lock. I made sure I went around patrolling the town to make sure that this wouldn't happen to anyone else, ever. I'm going to protect this town. Troublebusters!